Trae Young to the Warriors? This might sound crazy, but a shocking new report suggests that Golden State could be gearing up for a blockbuster move to land the Atlanta Hawks superstar. And just when things couldn't get any wilder, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and even Kai Sotto dropped some explosive comments that are sending shockwaves through the NBA. Could the Warriors be planning to pair Trae with Steph and create the most lethal backcourt in NBA history? Would this move guarantee another championship, or could it backfire? The rumors are heating up, and the league is watching closely. Stay tuned as we break down all the details, the latest insider reports, and what this means for the future of the Warriors. Yo, what's up, Dub Nation? Welcome back to Golden State fans, your go-to source for the latest and greatest Warriors news. And today, we have something absolutely insane to talk about. This isn't just another trade rumor, this is something that could shake up the entire NBA. Reports are swirling that the Golden State Warriors are eyeing a blockbuster move that could bring none other than Trae Young to the Bay Area. Yeah, you heard that right. The Warriors, led by Steph Curry, could be adding one of the league's most electrifying guards to their roster. But that's not all. Things took an even wilder turn when Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and even Kai Sotto made some jaw-dropping comments that have fans and analysts buzzing. Could this be the biggest move in recent Warriors history? Is Golden State about to pull off the unthinkable? Stay locked in because we're breaking it all down right now. Before we dive in, if you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We're covering everything Warriors related, from breaking news to in-depth analysis, so you won't want to miss it. Alright, let's get straight into it. The rumors about Trae Young and the Warriors have been gaining serious momentum over the last few weeks. And now, sources around the league are suggesting that Golden State could actually be preparing a move to acquire him from the Atlanta Hawks. This is huge. Trae Young is one of the most dynamic scorers and playmakers in the game today. He's got the deep-range shooting, the elite ball handling, and the killer instinct to take over games. And let's be honest, his game has some similarities to Steph Curry's, which makes this rumor even crazier. So why would the Warriors be interested in Trae Young? Well, for one, the team is in a weird place right now. Steph Curry is still playing at an elite level, but the supporting cast hasn't exactly been consistent. Klay Thompson has had ups and downs, Draymond Green is still the defensive anchor but isn't getting any younger, and the young guys like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody are still developing. Meanwhile, Chris Paul, who was brought in to stabilize the backcourt, has dealt with injuries and might not be a long-term piece. The Warriors know their championship window with Steph isn't going to be open forever, so making a move for a player like Trae Young could be a way to extend their dominance. Now, let's talk about the fit. If this deal were to happen, Trae Young and Steph Curry in the same backcourt would be absolutely terrifying for opposing defenses. Imagine having two of the deadliest shooters in the game on the floor at the same time. The spacing would be unreal, and defenses would have no idea how to stop them. But of course, there are concerns. Trae Young isn't exactly known for his defense, and we all know how much the Warriors value two-way players. Would he fit into the Warriors system, which relies on ball movement and off-ball movement rather than isolation-heavy play? That's a question that the front office would have to seriously consider before making any move. But wait, this story gets even crazier. Out of nowhere, Jimmy Butler decided to throw some fuel on the fire with an explosive comment. Butler, who is never shy about speaking his mind, was recently asked about Trae Young and the possibility of him joining the Warriors. And let's just say, he didn't hold back. Butler reportedly said something along the lines of, "If Trae goes to Golden State, it's game over for the league." Now, that's a bold statement. Butler isn't just any player, he's a veteran who understands how teams are built, and for him to say something like that means he believes this could be a real game changer. But that's not all. Steph Curry himself also made an interesting comment when asked about potential moves for the Warriors. Now, Steph is usually very careful with his words, but when asked about the idea of playing with Trae Young, he smirked and said, "You never know what can happen in this league." Now, that might not seem like much, But let's be real, Curry knows how to keep things under wraps. The fact that he didn't shut it down completely has people talking. And then, in a completely unexpected twist, Kai Sotto, the rising international star, also chimed in. Sotto, who has been making waves as one of the most promising young big men, was asked about the idea of Trae Young potentially teaming up with Steph and the Warriors. His response? That would be legendary. Now, Sotto isn't directly involved with the Warriors, but it's interesting to see so many players reacting to these rumors. It's almost like the entire league is watching to see what happens next. So, what would a trade for Trae Young even look like? That's the big question. The Warriors would have to give up significant assets to make this deal happen. Some potential trade packages could include a mix of young players like Kuminga, Moody, and possibly even Jordan Poole, along with draft picks. The Hawks, who are reportedly open to a rebuild, might be willing to listen to offers, especially if they feel like their current roster isn't built to contend for a championship. But the question remains, should the Warriors actually go all in for Trae Young? There are pros and cons to this move. On one hand, adding a superstar talent like Young could be the perfect move to keep the Warriors in title contention for years to come. His scoring and playmaking would take a lot of pressure off Steph, and having two elite shot creators could make Golden State nearly unstoppable. On the other hand, there are risks. The Warriors' identity is built around team-oriented basketball, and Trae Young has been known to dominate the ball. Would he be willing to adjust his game to fit into the Warriors' system? And what about the defense? The Warriors have always prided themselves on playing elite defense, and adding a player like Trae, who struggles on that end, could create problems. Then there's the question of chemistry. The Warriors' dynasty has been built on unselfishness, trust, and a strong locker room culture. Would Trae Young fit into that? Would he be willing to take a step back when needed, or would there be tension? These are all things the front office has to consider before making any move. Regardless of what happens, one thing is clear: this story isn't going away anytime soon. The fact that so many players are weighing in on this rumor, from Jimmy Butler to Steph Curry to Kai Sotto, means that people are paying attention. And if the Warriors do decide to make a move, it could be one of the biggest trades in franchise history. So, what do you guys think? Should the Warriors go all in and try to trade for Trae Young? Would he be a good fit alongside Steph Curry? Or should the team focus on developing their young talent and building for the future? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest Warriors news. We've got more updates coming your way, so stay tuned. This is Golden State fans, and I'll catch you in the next one.